there of this and that, I would be happy. You know
I
what I
love
mean?
it.
That
Yeah.
that's my
And
rebuttal.
yeah, no, exactly. And that's a lot of that didn't get recorded, but it'll come up again. But it segues me right into this Lev AI.
Just a
And
moment, please. Just a moment, please.
sure, no problem.
Uh, t- yeah, technically, my screen is showing that we're streaming, but I can't see it on Facebook. So I don't know why that is. But secondarily, I began the recording because I do want to take advantage of all these little tidbits that we're sharing. So I've
Yes.
had the recording on. So give me just a moment here, and then, Remus, I'd love for you to do just the intro. When you're able to see my screen share with Awesome Intelligence, that's when I like
Okay.
to, officially begin. Just let me know when you can see
Okay.
the screen.
Sure. Yeah, I love the spontaneity of that's one thing about the time we're in AI and everything and the thoughts. The spontaneity of the thoughts is really the brilliance, really the exciting part because and continue it's almost like having podcasts, and the continuation is not going to change. It did I do see your screen now, Andrew, with the awesome
Okay.
intelligence team.
Yes, thank you so much. Well, this is Andrew Williams Jr., and today is September 16th, 2025. And this is a special edition of the Awesome Intelligence Team, LEV AI Network. And today our guest is Mr. Jaron Shorter. But Mr. Remus Muhammad and I are pleased to be among the 30,000 global ambassadors for LEV AI. It's just that we're taking a particular approach at it. So you can join us, Andrew uh, Williams Jr. On the screen, you can go to getlev.ai at 1704848. And you can join through Remus at lev.ai /131590. And with that, I'm going to stop sharing and allow Mr. Remus Muhammad to take us from here.
Absolutely. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it, man. It's a joy to be working with you. God makes no mistakes. And by the way, what is 8 billion? What percentage of 8 billion is 30,000 people? Or if did I say that correct? What percentage is 30,000 is not a big number in relation to 8 billion or 5 billion, even maybe that are accessible to sign up and join Lev AI or join anything and be actually actively doing it. I guess younger than,
30,000. We still got a long ways to go just to reach a 1%.
yeah.
Well, well, the great news is that this 30,000 has come aboard in the last 30 odd days with zero advertising, just to let you know that.
And not only that, we know that probably 20,000 or so is pretty much one person's work. The other 10,000 or
Oh,
so is starting to get scattered. So, in other words, we haven't even got started yet.
All right.
Mr. Shorter, you're on the team here at the right time, and the price is right. Today is still free to join Lev AI with in your case with Andrew. He brought you to the table. You see his link there. But what do you get your hands on when you do such? And we're really focused in on the comp plan part because there's a very specific compensation plan that is attached to Lev AI. Now, Lev AI, as the name suggests, is involved with AI. We call it awesome intelligence because, and one of our differentiating things with why we chose the word awesome is because artificial intelligence, it kind of conjures up, oh my God, doom and gloom. Up to this point, there's been a lot of, they're taking all the jobs. There won't be any jobs left at fast food places or where anywhere customer service is done where a lot of black folks live, by the way, it won't be a need for them anymore. So you're not going to have any income, and there's going to be 300 million robots taking over, and watch out, and apocalyptic zombies, and all this kind of comes about. So we said, no, hold up, wait a minute. There's got to be a way to talk about all that we can utilize AI, awesome intelligence to benefit our lives, eating better, living better, best practices in any way you can think of, creating this, creating that, the children and the older folks, history being at their fingertips and pulling down any data you want and just benefiting from all of the advancements of humanity from day one, however many trillion years ago that may or may not be. I don't know who was there to record the first day, but Anyway, uh,
Yeah, but you know, the follow up on what you're saying is just to play a little devil's advocate here,
gotta
just a
have a
little.
little devil's advocate to
You
stir the
know,
conversation. So
we
come on with
we
it.
we as people, we have had access to Google, and we've had some people who are Google professors. You know what I'm saying? And Google and others you know, text type models where you could ask it anything, you know, before Alexa came out and you could talk to her and all that kind of stuff. Those were all introductory models to this AI stuff. You see what I'm saying?
No doubt.
They just gave you, like, you know, here's level one, right? So it was giving you an opportunity to get familiar with the interface and the structure of. And now, you know, they reveal it back and they give you, like, here it goes all the way up to like y'all are ready for college level. And let's see how it affects the masses when they see this thing opened up on full throttle, right? So
Yeah.
I think that's where we're at, because a lot of the Google professors, man, you can't tell them squat. Like it says it on Google. We have a generation of people that live their life based off of what Google says. You know what I'm
Yeah, and
saying?
that's I'm gonna just hone in on that part of what you just said, what Google says. And see, we're talking a part of this awesome intelligence is recognizing create your own AI. So instead of what Google knows to be normal and real and whatever, there's a certain mind that created Google. And this is where a lot of folks' conversation is today, 2025. Here we are, September. A lot of conscious, woke, whatever people are realizing, look at here, the prompts, the questions that you train your AI to produce and think with is at your disposal. See, that's what I think is another piece of this awesome intelligence mindset. And what you do with it, is it half full or half empty? It's a lot of it is how it's presented and how the spirit, the energy that I'll say of African Americans, of Black folks, of there's an energy there that needs to be factored into the equation of what answers get kicked out. It's interesting. It's very nuanced. It's very fine tuned. So it's almost programming it the way you want it to be programmed, and that's what I'm very very excited about. And also there's this idea with Lev AI and with how we're playing this out here shorter on. We pray that you be a part of this movement on our particular team because we talk about you got yourself and you got your community, you got your family, you got your neighborhood, your zip code, your city, your state, your country, and then the planet and other planets, and and so all those dynamics are operating simultaneously. So we're looking at the Lev AI. We understand this is a chance for you to put some money in your pocket. This is a chance for you to help get other people using Chat GPT, using this, using that, whatever. They're going to do that anyway. But we get to help usher in people living from a certain place. I'm trying to find somebody else. Catalyst for other people's use. Us being a catalyst, and as a result, them learning this way, a day from now, a month from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, they'll look back to, I remember when the early days when Lev AI hadn't even started yet. There was a day when Google hadn't started yet. There was a day when IBM and Apple and you name it, cars hadn't started yet. So that's one of the exciting things about this is that none of us are the sole generators of AI. It's out there. But now how it solidifies, how it turns into actual companies and actual systems that have systems built in it. When you talk about a car, that's a system, but the car in the Model T car versus these cars today, oh man, you got systems upon systems all operating together and radios playing and satellite being it's in that one vehicle. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I see
Yeah.
and what we see here, shorter, is this particular thing. But I really want to make sure that we get, because it's very timely. We've got some people that have signed up. We've got a handful of folks. We've got some dozens here between Andrew, myself, and just us alone that, like yourself, shorter, that's starting to learn about it, and word is getting out. So what do you need to do? How do we get paid? So we wanted to focus some of this conversation, and we're going to do some whole trainings just on that. But literally, there's people that need to know how to place their people and how do you get paid. And this is just a basic I want to share about this Lev AI.
Yeah,
Go
but
ahead.
according to the time frame, from the the afternoon I was on. Yeah, all right.
Kind of breaking up a little bit. Want to make sure I hear your question
I said
clearly, Jordan.
according to the phone call earlier today, there's not that much time left. I think Lev goes live tomorrow,
It does, and
right? Doesn't it go live tomorrow?
that's where a couple things I wanted to share briefly and cover a couple things at the same time. We're going to have a call personally. The company's going to do another call tonight at 9 o'clock. That's important. I take that back. 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Western Pacific Standard Time. So that'll happen.
All right.
We committed because Andrew's got a team international, and we all ultimately will have a team all over the place. Africa, Asia, and so we're going to do a call at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the first time. We're going to add that into our routine of informational sessions like this around LEV AI. And I also have got Mr. Michael Dalco. Many of you will get to know him. We're blessed to be on his team, and he's agreed to tomorrow morning at 10 Eastern, which is of course 7 o'clock Pacific time. It's the first time Andrew's hearing this. I just got that in the back office in the last 30 minutes. And that he's willing to come on in. He's my sponsor. He's directly gets us on the phone with Randy. So Randy's the one that does the presentation. So we're that close to, we're pretty much a phone call away from Randy, who's obviously the father of Blake. Blake is the CEO of this whole operation and is employed by LaCour, directly. So, and LaCour is the family, the parents of this whole thing. There would be no LEV AI conversation without LaCour Enterprises, Technologies, and LaCour, Terry LaCour being the namesake of that. So that's all worth understanding and has a place that needs to be understood to understand what is LEV AI about. So they put the system together. And if I can, let me know if you guys lose me. I'm going to go over here to my other my screen and just pull up the comp plan real briefly. And I just want to get the exact verbiage of those individuals. And we have to place people because you'll see in just a second, there's rank advancement and these basics of just getting acclimated to the language of LEV AI when it comes to people getting involved and teams are being developed within LEV AI as we're developing and going to teach others to do the same thing. I'm looking for, okay, I need to run over here. Okay, beautiful. Inside everyone's back office, once they get involved here, they have a lot available. We generically across the board, but it's very customized to each individual. So, but when it comes to, I'll look at the resources, is it? Give me 1 second. Yeah, resources, I'll look into that. There's a video on how to use your waiting room tool, which will mean something to people. But then there's a compensation guide, forms, and information. So clicking on the compensation guide, I'm just going to read a piece of the compensation. It says these exact words here. I wish I could turn that, but it says, the most fundamental building blocks of our LEV AI business are the members and partners that you personally refer. You'll earn an acquisition bonus totaling 50% of the first month's subscription, plus 20% of every ongoing subscription. So a piece of this is there's a subscription for $49 a month, which once we go live and launch, people will be able to pay that. Right now, it's all free to join. Just get onto the team of whoever brought you on and develop your own team. You immediately get your own referral link once you join LEV AI. I have one, and then Andrew joined. He got one, and everybody he's invited to the team so far.
Already sent mine out 50 times.
Beautiful. Did your job. Okay. Now, it won't hurt to do another 50, just for the record. But I'm glad you did the minimum that Randy talks about. Do that 50 because really there's a first mover advantage. In fact, I thank you for sharing your screen. Is that you seeing my screen or are you sharing your screen, Andrew?
I'm sharing my screen, and I also have access to my back office so I can show people where we are. So if you bear with me,
Beautiful.
I'm gonna, if I can, change tabs. Let me know if you see a change in tab. Do you see my
I
back
do.
office
I
now?
do see the change in tab. Yes. Yep.
Okay, so right here, the new compensation plan is where I clicked on this document to be able to show what you're reading now. But while I'm here, let me just scroll down to show you that your back office, uh, it says explore the document. The LEV AI business plan is not fully available at the moment. But when you scroll down, you'll be able to see that shorter right here. You can customize your link. Right now, everyone is issued a number depending on when they came in, and for some people, that's easy to share. I have a personal brand management under Andrew Networks, so I chose to change my referral link
Yes.
from my number, which is 170848, I think it is, to Andrew Networks. You can customize
Mm-hmm.
your web link there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
As
Yeah,
you scroll down in
exactly.
your back office, though, you will see that on the right-hand side, you do see people that are coming in right now. This is real time. And so on the left-hand side, the orange, it shows the people that came in under my team. And at the very bottom, it shows the frontline leads. Am I breaking up? Can you hear me? Uh, Can you?
Breaking up a little
Yeah,
bit.
Am I breaking up? Can you
you're
hear me?
breaking up a little bit.
Last little 10, 15 seconds was breaking up, but we heard
Okay.
the
Well,
orange on the left tab, and you said at the very bottom. We lost you.
yeah, yeah. So at the bottom here, you see your name is well, it's kind of small, but you're at the top, Mr. Shore. You came in today, but we do have people here that are from India, from Puerto Rico, from um, Ghana, from Tanzania, and even from here in Los Angeles. So anyway, this shows you where your people are and who they are. And then it's up to you to take it from there to decide how you want to
Now,
place them.
Andrew,
But before we
not to
go there, let
cut
me
you.
go back to this.
Wait.
Yes,
But
sir.
before you leave that screen, on the left, you see where it says oh, you left already. While you were there, I
Which
wanted
side?
to take
Where do you want me to go?
back to the other. Yeah, that on the far left, you see where it says resources?
Yes, right
Click
here.
that, please, if you would, knowing that others will be able to watch this video later.
Okay.
Um, and there's a training video also about what I'm telling you right now. I watched it earlier. We all have access to it. What
Okay.
does that box say there over to the left? Big box. I can't see, it's so small on my screen. I can't read it. I think it's a video.
I see. Yeah, it
It
says
says
how to
video
use the.
library.
Yeah, how to use
Yes,
what?
Video library.
the. It says how to use the waiting room tool.
Yeah, if you'll click on that, it'll be very fruitful
Okay.
for everybody listening later on and now.
All right. So let's see.
Hopefully we'll be able to hear it.
Yeah, I was about to say, let me know if you don't, but give me a second here. It's playing. I don't hear it, so let me see what I can do here.
I'm not sure if it's playing
Oh,
yet. I mean,
okay, okay.
it
I'll let it
will.
go.
Yeah, let it go. It'll. If the video changes and we don't hear anything, then
Hi,
we'll know
everyone.
something's not
Welcome to
right. But there you go.
today's
Perfect.
training. We are
Okay. Okay. Um, my screen is cycling, so I'm not sure what you see. Hold on.
Yeah, we can see the robot at the top. You know, we see the full screen. Yeah,
Yeah, but I was trying to.
it's is
I
it?
lost. I lost the video.
Well, that may very well be the video. You
Oh,
may just have lost the audio because I
oh,
think that's what she's.
It's not.
Hmm?
That's not the video.
It's
That's
not
not
the
the video.
video.
That's the
Okay.
screen.
Well,
That's the
without
screen.
okay, that's not necessary. It's a technical issue. I mean, it may
oh,
be some buffering stuff going on.
wait, just a minute. Let me try it one more time here.
Yeah.
See if I can get the sound going.
tricks. So what happens is those individuals that personally enroll with you are placed into a waiting room for a specific amount of time, allowing you the ability to place them where
Andrew,
I'm here, but she stopped. So
it looks like when you try to make it full screen, which I appreciate, is where it stops.
okay,
For whatever reason, it's too much
gotcha.
of a
I gotcha.
technical.
Okay, so let me try that again.
I mean, I just want people to hear the
Yes.
words, because they can go back and look at everybody that's involved has their own back office where they could see the same. But at least now they know. Click on that resources, listen to that, because it's going to walk them through in just a second here. How to place people, at least understanding the concept of doing
Is
such.
where we manage
And then they can go and play around.
AI. We
Okay, it's just not, I don't have enough bandwidth to same, but Schroeder, you know now that you can actually go to the back room and see and video yourself. I'm unable to play it here, Remus. I don't have the
No
bandwidth.
problem, no problem. But no, that was what I wanted to happen. So everybody now knows there's that resource button in real time. They can watching this video. Anybody can come along later, and they need to do that when it comes to placement. And that's really only if they have more than 5 people they've enrolled. So shorter, when you get to that point, that'll be very valuable. But in the meanwhile, back to the compensation plan and understanding the basics. Those first 2 levels is all I really wanted to talk about. You'll see where it says refer members, and then it says mentor other partners, achieving rank. That is the focal point of this particular Zoom today in regards with
resources,
this
we
part
have
of LEV AI.
information about how our organization is building,
Now she wants to
updates from
talk.
the
Now you want to
company, and
talk.
more. So once we click that, simply navigate to the menu organization, and we are going to find the waiting room. Now, when you go into your waiting room, you've stepped into where your newly enrolled individuals have been placed. So each one of these individuals are brand new. And what you're seeing is information as far as enrolled date, the date that they will be placed in. You're also going to notice here on this white tab at the below each of the cards will give you a final countdown. How long do I have to place these individuals before system placement goes into effect? This information, this card also shows you who you're working with.
Go ahead with the compensation plan, bro.
Yeah, let's that's there. Like I said, we might want to just pause that if we can, because obviously it's choppy. So, but it's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
good. They've learned, and whoever's coming here, they've seen that, so they know where they can go check that out. But back to people understanding the basics of how we get paid, and why you'll hear tonight or anytime you hear the presentation from Randy.
You will
Maybe you
also
can,
the little
maybe you
eye. The
hold
little
on. Let me
eye
let
is for
Andrew pause
information.
that.
You click on that little eye, you will have a card pop up giving you more information about that individual. So all that information will be displayed to you. Okay, so let's actually work with the card. The first thing we're going to do is click place. Place is telling the system that you are ready to place. And you'll also notice that we have a pre-population based upon the position that I have clicked on and highlighted. So if I click on a position, you'll notice that the information will change. So you don't even have to have any of the information to type in. You just have to click and the information will pop in. If you would like to actually place in using your keystrokes, you can simply begin placing in the text that you're looking for, the name, the ID number, and then your bottom submenu will pop up with the information of the account that actually matches. You can then select the information, select where you would like that person placed. Once you have that information in there, you're going to click save. Now we have a second confirmation that pops up, and please remember, once we have placed a position in, that is permanent. So if we're satisfied, we're going to click accept. Once we have clicked accept, you will see the little card turn around and says, hey, great job, you've done it. You can then close out this card. And remember, it just takes a few minutes for that to pop in and actually display in this area. Now, another thing that you can do with the card, I want to show you how the other functions work. So let's say I clicked on test waiting room here, 456. Oh, I don't want to work with that one. How do I get out of there? You simply click deselect.
So now I am going to pause her so we can get back to the compensation plan.
Right. Yeah, I'm glad we did that again. The main thing is the resource button. So if nobody got anything else out of that, then that resources button is where they can learn once they bring in people. But let's get back to this, because before they bring in people, they need to know what are they bringing people into and how does that turn into money. This is how. So the first part right there, refer members and partners. That 50% and that 20%. What is that talking about? Let me give you the exact verbiage. It says, as you can read, but I'll read it out loud. The most fundamental building blocks of your LEV AI businesses are the members and the partners that you personally refer. And that there's a definition key about what is a member, what is a partner. Obviously, they're different, two different words there. Personally refer. You'll earn an acquisition bonus. All right. An acquisition bonus totaling 50% on the first, I think Andrew's looking for that, on the first month subscription. All right. So what does that mean? People pay $100 or $50 to be involved with LEV AI. Once we go live, they will have that ability to get the services for that. A member can just be paying that, and they're paying for the membership to get access to all that the system of LEV AI produces as far as the tools. And that's what you see in the presentation. But so if somebody pays 100, for example, as a member, and you brought them to the table, that acquisition bonus gives you $50 when they first get going. That first month subscription is what the words say. And then also you get 20% of every ongoing subscription, meaning every month it's a monthly subscription. So every month you got 20%, which is $20 now coming if they do the $100 membership. Very simple. Those are for you, those that you personally enroll. Now, let's talk about where there's more money. All right. Mentor other partners. This is where Shorter Andrew's mentoring you. And as a result, in this example, Andrew would achieve ranks based off of this chart here, this schedule. And where it say refer members and develop partners, other people that have their link and they're involved as well, and share your talents with others. Unlock ranks by building legs and maintaining an active member base. Now, what you'll realize is that rank criteria. So you see where it says lead partner. Now, you don't just automatically start the business and become a lead partner. It's the first rank advancement, achieving that rank. So how do you do such? First of all, you have to have, what did I say? It's kind of small for me. Partner legs, I believe. Partner legs category. Yeah, I got it now. Thank you. Well, you need one partner. So I'm assuming that means you got to bring one person into business. All right, great. You got a partner leg. Okay. And then you need a minimum volume in each leg. You got the one leg. So you need 250 in volume in that leg. We talked about the $100 and the $49. I think it's 99 technically, and 49. We rounded off for conversation's sake. But the point is, so now you're looking, oh no, yeah. So anyway, so 250, and you got to have 2 active members. So now what I'm understanding is if you're a partner, you're also a member. I believe that this is letting me think that you can be an active member and not be a partner. And then maybe there's going to be some way where people can just say, I don't want to be a partner. I don't want my own link. I just want to be able to come to your page, and Andrew or Shorter, me, anybody, they want to just go get the service. They literally don't want to be an affiliate, a partner. That's what this is telling me when it says active members. Or maybe that's but anyways, nonetheless, if they're a partner and they paid recently and during that month and they paid, they're definitely a member. So that idea, in essence, you can sum that up to be, if you got two people in the business and they're paying $100, let's just say, well, that's 200 right there. That's not quite the 250. So the only other way you could have one person that you brought in that leg, they go bring somebody in and they pay 50 for that particular 49, 50, like that. Then that would meet the 250 requirement. So you get the idea that you just need one partner, but you'd have to create that much volume in your overall in each leg, actually. So in that particular leg, we're talking about as a lead partner. All right, with that foundation laid, say, okay, well, now I want to go to the next rank level. I want to be considered an advanced partner. And okay, so I need a second leg. I got to bring in somebody else. Right now, you can bring them in for free. Once they pull the switch, it looks like now they're going to have to either get in at the 50 level or the 100 level. But right now, you could have those in place. But now you need 500 in each leg. So obviously now, okay, you got to get these members or get these other partners signed up that are also members. And you need 500 in two separate legs, 500 in that leg, 500 in the other leg. And now they consider you in the company, you're considered an advanced partner. Simple enough. And again, you only need two active members. So as we move over to mentor partner, you see now you have to have three legs, three partner legs. You need 1,000 in each of those three legs. And now you'll notice the active members jump to 3 active members. Now, by the way, when everybody gets started from day one, everybody that starts immediately they're active. So that'll be not a problem. But as you move into the following month is where that comes in. Maintaining that rank level will be a conversation as time progresses. After the first 30 days is up, after the first 60 days is up, you could have these legs, but the active members might be 0, meaning they didn't pay that. They're not active because they didn't pay the $50 or the $100. You see, so this is where it becomes very important to me as far as leading the team to let everyone know that's why you want to have other people helping other people so that then the people that you bring will stay active as long as they are still making his money and they got other people that are active as well and they're making their money. So it literally starts to become you're going to get everything in life you want by helping other people get what they want, making sure that other people that you bring in are winning. This is i.e., why we're explaining this to such a degree that we are with our people, even though we haven't launched. We want people to understand from day one, tonight, tomorrow, that when this thing goes live, understand what you have to do to get the money to pay out to you. And we'll talk later about the weekly pay as well as the monthly pay. And as you already begin to see, this is a whole conversation about the compensation plan. So individuals can go into their back office and pull all this data up and read it. And, but I'll tell you what's going to be the greatest teacher is actually having people shorter on your team. And when they pull the trigger and you see the checks that you're getting and why you're getting it and the money you can expect to be coming, because we read earlier, Andrew and I, that the work that's done from Monday to Sunday, that money will pay out the following Thursday, either into your PayPal account or those details we're going to learn soon about how where they'll pay that money to, So that I don't want to get in front of the company because that hasn't been totally announced. I'm sure that's a part of the launch, but I know they've been stressing everybody definitely get your PayPal account now, whoever you are. That'll be a way, if not the only way. Initially, I don't know, but it'll be a way where you can have the money that you earn paid into your PayPal. So that's one thing that they have announced already. Again, we're waiting for the official launch to kick off. So anyway, and you can see without getting into all the details, but if you want to get to the next level of director, it's got the 4, the 2,500, and the 3 active members. If you want to be an innovative director, well, you'll need 4 legs still, same 4 legs, but now you need 5,000. And then you're also going to need 5,000 per leg, by the way, in each of those 4 legs. And then you're going to need 3 members that are active to maintain that rank moving forward. Then a visionary director. Now you need that 5th leg 10,000 in volume in each leg. And then you'll hear in the presentation from Randy, I've heard him say all the time, to maximize. This is what he means by maximizing the comp plan, getting to where you have 5 legs, you're a legacy director, when you have 20,000 in volume in each of those legs. And again, we see how the volume is generated by having more people, more members, more partners, that of course are members. If you're a partner, you're a member. And you could be a partner and not be active as a member, though. You get that, right? 30 days later, if you don't pay that for 100 anymore, you're still considered a partner, but you're not active. And therefore, on someone else's team above you, you're not considered an active person. So being active definitely is a part of the compensation plan. Continuing to be active. It's so easy to stay active if you know you're pulling in $500 a month already because you got enough people on your team. Well, it's going to be easy to cover that $100 a month because you're making 500 a month, you see, or 200 a month, or you're making 100 a month. Then you can keep your active membership utilizing all the services that are available. You know, the video AI, the my AI, all the different things that come with the membership. You're no longer digging into your pocket. I think that's the immediate goal of everybody. It should be. I don't care if you're making $1 million a year in other money, whatever you're doing, $1 million a day, whatever you're doing in life. How nice it is to have this thing on autopilot where you're not dipping into your pocket after that initial payment. That's why recruiting other people for free right now, that's why I said, hey, hit another 50 people. I'm sure you know another 50 people shorter, or get everybody else to say, hey, man, do you see it? Do you find it? Get other people to get their own link and how they could share it. Because again, helping others get paid, they're going to stick around. If they're getting paid, why would they not stick around? If they're getting paid, you don't have to worry about them being active because they want to keep. I'm sure there's a part of this where you have to be active in order to keep these checks coming in. I would imagine. Well, we'll see. All those details are going to be talked about, explained. Questions are going to be asked, and we're going to get that fine tuning. So we're just trying to be in front as much as possible before the floodgates open up, as you might say. So that's that part. The rank advancement becomes absolutely crucial to every other piece of the compensation plan. That's why understanding how to rank advance becomes crucial. So I don't know if Andrew, if you could open the screen up and where it says build your LEV AI team level commission. I think it might be worth taking a peek at that because now you start getting a window into why the rank advancement becomes very, very important. And you'll be able to see how much money you're leaving on the table, so to speak, by only being a lead partner or only being an advanced partner or only being a mentor partner and on and on. You'll see that how much money you just won't be able to access. You'll still get that first part no matter what. You personally enroll somebody 50%, 20% ongoing month to month, but you'll start to see 4%. I don't know if you can hear me, Andrew, or not, but yeah. But so as you look into your back office, once you get involved, you'll see all the other ways we get paid. And I say it like that because there are several other ways to get paid. And it has everything to do with those rank advancements and so on and so forth. So it's just good to know. Because if you didn't even understand all this and you just started bringing in people and they started bringing in people, trust me, you start getting checks, but you just might not understand why these checks are coming in because it'll be different than just the first membership and partner subscription commission. There'll be other money coming to you based on how your team is growing, the levels down that you get paid on, and why that placement will become very important in your understanding because the idea that 8 levels you get paid on, 8 levels down, you bring in somebody shorter, they bring in somebody else, they're on your 3rd level, they bring in somebody else, that person's on your 4th level, they bring in somebody else, that person's on your 5th level, and on and on. Eventually you'll have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. People tell someone, they tell somebody else, they tell somebody else, they tell somebody. It'll get out of your control. You won't even know these people for sure. It'll be growing all over the place, but you'll only get paid on 8 levels down on the recurring money. It might have 20 levels down. It might have 50 levels down at some point. And this is where, you know, this is where you'll want to have different teams, different levels. and different involvement as far as legs. You can have more than 5 legs. And I'm sure at some point, everybody that's serious will, because now those 8 levels, if you get that 6th leg, now you got another fresh 8 levels that you can get paid on from that person that you have in that sixth leg, I should say, not 6 levels. You can have a 6th leg, a 7th leg, an 8th leg. It's just not necessary to maximize the comp plan. But in terms of more money on the table, if you do have a 6th leg down the road, 7th leg, 8th leg, that can produce more income as well. Because again, once you get to 8 levels deep, then that 4%, 1% overrides and all that, you'll see that there's parts in there for that without getting too deep into the compensation plan. Because at first it's a matter of people getting through these ranks. You can see with just three legs, that can take you all the way to where you're a mentor partner. You can't be a director with only 3 legs. But if you have 4 legs, you can get all the way to innovator director with just 4 legs, where you've got, that's a good place to reach as a pivotal point, I can tell you right now, just from looking at the comp plan, where you have 4 legs and you've got now 5,000 in volume in each of those legs. That right there, I'm sure life will be a lot different when people get to that level. Even prior to that, the level at director, 4 legs, still same 4 legs. So 3 legs, 4 legs. When you first get going, it's a great idea to have these 3 legs that are strong, because now you're looking at 1,000 in each of these legs. You might have 10, 15, 20 people. And if you have a strong 3 legs, that's going to get you to the ranks, and it's going to allow you to really help other people make some money. You're already helping people make money for sure. If you've got 1,000 in each of these 3 different legs, you better believe those people that are under you are making some money for sure. And another good thing about this, I'll just highlight real briefly, is I love about this plan is that somebody that you bring in can actually make more money than you. Example, you bring in 1 person, you bring in 2 people, and each of those 2 people or one of those persons brings in 10 people. That's all a part of your volume for sure. But you just got the 1 leg or 2 legs. But they've got 3 legs, more than 3 legs. They've got 10 legs, and they might condense up to 5 legs. And each of those 10 that they bring may really be running. They'll be reaching different rank levels. They can, obviously, an example I laid out with those 10 legs, for example, if they have enough volume in each of those legs, they'll have more than 5 legs. They could condense them down all into 5 legs, and they potentially could make visionary director with 10,000 in volume per month because they've got 5 legs. Whereas in that scenario, if I brought that person in, I would still be, if I only brought that 1 person, I'd be a lead partner. If I brought 2 people in, 2 different legs, and that leg and another leg were doing at least 500 in volume, then I would be an advanced partner. So you see immediately how they've surpassed me in rank, which is a good problem to have, trust me. Because if you got that leg going, you're going to meet new people and you're going to help other people. And before you know it, you'll have a 2nd leg, a 3rd leg, a 4th leg, a 5th leg. You'll have these legs. So at this point, it's just really letting anybody and everybody know. So that's why Randy was like, send that out to 50 people. And some people in there are going to see it. Oh, it's AI. You get to leverage AI. Cool. They're going to want to come in. And of course, they'll start their learning curve. And over time, they'll learn more about this. But right now, whether they know about it or not, the fullness of what they have their hands on, if they just get involved, it's our job to let people know it exists. Hey, there's something over here worth learning about. One presentation, the 100-second video is not going to give them all this data. One presentation on any given night at or morning at 9 a.m. or 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is not going to give them all this detail that I just went over. But it is going to let them understand there's something going on over here in this world of AI, in this particular way of LEV AI, and in our particular team of awesome intelligence. I'm going to stop right there for now, Andrew. If there's any questions, I know that's a lot to bite off if I just got started. It's a lot in there and getting past our initial conversation and getting right into the meat. And we're going to do some trainings for sure just about the compensation as time unfolds. So everybody stay tuned. But any thoughts, any questions, Andrew or Shorter?
I don't have any at all. I did take a pre-brief before you went over. Um, uh, there's I already see a mark that I want to achieve. So it's a decent compensation plan and nothing to really complain about. But if you get involved, you're gonna have to put your head down and work for a minute, and then you got to give your seeds time to grow.
It is. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
time freedom and money freedom, it is the idea. Like it's creating something that eventually um you don't have to, is a residual element to it. It keeps paying you.
Right. This is something that you're going to keep planting the seeds on. You're going to keep watering the seeds, and then eventually they will grow, and it will come to a time for harvest. And the thing is that you got to keep planting that seed so that you can reap what you sow.
There it is. And our commitment at Awesome Intelligence, Andrew and I, is just to have a spot here where you can plant those seeds on your own and through us like that, of course. But then now we helping, be in the sunshine, be in the water, just be in good fertile ground so that those seeds, once they're planted over here, they won't grow automatically on autopilot, but definitely there's an environment where we can really be sure to put the proper sunlight, water, in your analogy, on these seeds so they can keep growing.
Yeah. Yeah. So in this presentation or in this meeting, did an excellent job of covering the compensation plan. I would like to know some of the functionalities of the actual system, because to me that is the sizzle.
Yes,
The
absolutely.
money, for those that do things out of passion, or those who understand from good works come good money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just keep doing the good work and you're going to get the good money. I want to understand the features. I want to understand the power that we're leveraging here.
Well, that's a good one. And I'll can I say, I'll make way for Randy on that one, who talks about, and it makes it a little bit difficult because no one's been able to touch it and utilize it like the comp plan either. Nobody's gotten paid yet. That's why this launch idea is crucial, because that will really we'll start having testimonies. We'll start having individuals that are using it and they're actually walking into existence. He does a great job, as you've seen on every of his presentations, hitting the bullet points, giving his insight into, like, he's so close to the top leadership and everything and the owners that he's able to test it. Obviously, they're doing some beta stuff, that letting certain individuals test it over the last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, is what he talks about. His friend speaking in Hindi, and his friend doesn't speak Hindi, but he can talk fluent Hindi using this AI, for example. Things like that, and video and his own avatar, and looking like he's actually just like I'm talking to you in English. If I'm saying all these exact same words, can come across in Japanese just that quick. That can be wherever I'm talking, or Chinese, or several languages. I don't want to misquote the number of languages. Somebody say, well, you said 50 languages,
It's
but it's only 15.
130.
130. And
130.
so the functionality, see, that's what the big picture of where we're going. And but walking it into existence, that's where I would exhort everybody to be patient, because I have a strong feeling when they roll this out tonight, tomorrow, pieces of it are going to be rolled out. That's my understanding. If all of it's rolled out, I'll be the happiest person alive. Great, beautiful. But I would, from what I'm hearing, they're going to start rolling pieces out, maybe in America, other places, the PayPal in different countries. This is what is yet to be seen. And so this is why when we listen, if you listen carefully again to Randy tonight, every word he says is very crucial, because his thoughts, he makes it very clear. I'm not Blake. I'm not the CEO. I'm somebody that's kind of letting you all know that this is in the works, because once it launches, you know, it is what it is. It's now we can
Okay.
see. And so they're putting some functionality, some things in place. I'm convinced the only reason they really haven't launched it right away, and they did the pre-launch, is because there's an element of, kind of seeing who's
You got to
involved,
work
who's
the kinks
excited.
out.
Huh?
You got to work the kinks out. You got to let it.
Yeah,
You got to let it operate. You got to let a couple of knocks, being out. That's all.
there you
So
go.
they
And I mean, you're talking about all these countries. See, the AI itself is not an issue. That can be anywhere right here, right now. But regulations, different countries, there's a lot of little behind the scene thoughts that I know is a thing. But because of Bitcoin, they talk a little bit about in the presentation about possibly being paying out that way. And as these kind of systems across the planet are normalizing, um, so there couldn't have been a LEV AI a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years ago. There's a certain infrastructure in the AI space that hadn't got to a level where we even are, and we're not even done. Just AI as a planet, we're not done with different systems and things being put in place. But that's why, again, I go back to us in LEV AI as members, partners, or like that, catalyst for other people's use of AI.
Yeah,
That's, that's exciting to me because I do believe LEV AI will leave a strong footprint on helping a lot of other folks start using ChatGPT or using all the higher levels of usage that everybody's definitely not utilizing all over the planet right now.
well, yeah,
Even
it's
though
it's
a lot of
it's
this, go ahead, but I would want, before you go, actually, I want to say there's a lot of this functionality from what I'm hearing from other people that have really studied AI that have joined my team and have taken a look at this. A lot of it exists already. There's some things out there that are already in place, whether people use it or not. Again, they say 3% of the population of the earth is utilizing some AI. That's a small percentage. But in some neighborhoods, in certain pockets and networks, everybody's using it. And then you got other pockets where nobody's using it.
right.
But overall, the buy-in is only on 3% level or so across the planet. But in certain communities, if some communities might have 10%, 100% usage, but the overall total, yeah, it's a very small percentage. And then how it's being utilized is a whole nother conversation. How
Right,
many of that 3% are using it to benefit themselves versus it's just being used by a corporation or used by this or used by that? That's a part of that
right.
3%. So much smaller percentage are actually benefiting it, using it in their day-to-day life and doing something with it, monetizing it. That's got to be a much smaller percent than even 3%. Might not even be
Yeah,
1%. But
yeah.
yeah,
The thing now is to try to get the general public to use AI in a positive way. And once we have a group that is, and I think that's what we're trying to form here, a group that actually helps people come to the AI in a safe space,
there it
right?
is.
So being able to use AI in a positive manner, being able to be properly educated on using the prompts and how to start your businesses and use different things that the AI might generate for you. That's a very tangible thing and something that's needed right now. So that's to educate people is more easier to do now because people will click on their interest, right? So if they click
Yeah.
on their interest and we onboard them in a manner of this is a safe place to educate yourself about what you don't know and share what you do know, you
And
know?
leveraging relationships because people will listen to you shorter that they trust you. Whereas if I ran into some of the same people, they like, I don't know this cat, and vice versa.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
true.
Lev AI really leverages relationships that
Right.
now you can bring your own warm market, cold market, people you just meet, whatever, um, bring them into this environment with our team and even just in the general bigger picture with Lev AI. And now they're around other people listening in. As you got, if you're like me, you get approached on your social media with all kinds of AI seminar this weekend, tomorrow for this thing, and it's free. Come, everybody, there's a lot of that going on over
Yeah,
there. It's been my experience. At the end of it, they're talking about for only $2,500. $500 times 5 payments, you can get involved with all the. That's out there. None of
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I listened in on one. Was it yesterday or the day before? Just to see what they're talking about. Just to see what's the market like out there. Like now, what? But I haven't seen anything close to what we're talking about here with Lev AI. Um, on all those levels. And like you said, even the usage of it. So I'm excited to see what they put together. Like you said, bringing people, being properly educated. I mean,
yeah.
that's the opportunity. We get to really affect people and develop a little bit of our credibility. Can't help but go up because we're partnered with Lev AI.
Absolutely,
It's like
absolutely.
because I got with Shorter. Now I can do this, I can do that. I'm getting paid a little bit. I'm really learning, and I'm around these people, and all because I knew Shorter. How cool is that?
Right. That's where we're going. That's where we're going.
I
Well,
love it.
thank you. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Shorter. I am going to briefly show this 100-second, or actually, I think it's, it may actually be 110 seconds. So I'm going to, if I can, share my screen briefly and then let the audience there see what we're talking about, at least give them an idea. I do want to mention one fact that Randy shared with us, Shorter, and that's that the twin AI portion of this, that's so important, that is already up and running. It's been running. There's an industry leader in that field, and this company has white labeled that or bought the licensing for that. So that's 25% of the intellectual property going into what we now know as LEV AI. However, they've also added other components. For example, you'll hear them mention a CRM component, customer relationship management component. That too is also well used, well greased. It's out there. But the important thing for us is that the intent to leverage AI means that all of these differing in-house systems can work with each other and share information so that each person can build their own universe of content. Unlike ChatGPT, which draws from anonymous sources worldwide, uh, a person can then upload their own content and teach their AI how to not just speak like them or walk like them, etc., but to actually think like them. And that's why the people coming in at the $50 level, $49 level, if they only want to come in and enjoy the benefits of having that type of power in their own business, then they can do that by having their own website. A website does come with the $49 level, but it only allows you to have one instance, whereas the $50 level allows you to have unlimited instances. So, for example, you could have not just a dedicated site to LEV AI, but for you, Shorter, you have an entertainment component to Onboarding America. That could have a site, but then you have a consulting business. That could have a site and an avatar developed specifically for that market. So that's why it's so important, I believe, to at least share with people what we have here, and then they can decide to take advantage of this or not. Now, what on my screen can you see? Can you see the Meet LEV AI video? Can you see the video there or not?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to just press play and turn up the sound. Not necessarily in that order. Well, I'm not hearing it, so let me try it again.
Yeah, I think it's probably a bandwidth. Go ahead. Question.
Marketing your business and keeping up with AI tools shouldn't be this hard. That's why there's LEV AI, the all-in-one customer growth system built for entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, small business owners, and many others. From the start, LEV AI learns your brand and voice. Need a post right now? My AI Social gives you platform-ready content, comments, and DMs that sound just like you and speaks to your audience. Want your message everywhere? With My AI Video, you can create an AI twin that looks and sounds like you, or select an avatar to deliver your script in nearly any language. Need a website today? My Web spins up a branded site. Copy, images, SEO, ready in minutes. With My Network, add contacts by screenshot. LEV AI enhances each contact you add and creates a personality profile, then suggests what to say next and tracks follow-ups. It also reminds you when to reach out. And with My Prospects, find new prospects, filter by location or role, and know exactly how to approach them. Not sure how to reply to a prospect? Help Me Reply keeps conversations moving and wins you more customers. With LEV AI, you show up, stay consistent, and grow without an expensive agency or a dozen tools. Ready to make AI marketing simple? Join as a member to use LEV AI for your business. Want to earn by sharing LEV AI? Become a partner. Get LEV AI.
So you're already using.
Good stuff.
Okay, well, thank you so much for allowing me to share that. Shirley, as usual, I want to, be very respectful of your time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rest of this time. And Remus, of course, I appreciate you being here, but I am going to actually share with the audience an article I wrote earlier about ChatGPT. I'm sorry, about Lev AI. And so, again, I don't want to hold up your time, but I am going to actually read this entire document to the audience so they'll be able to see it. You're welcome to stay, but I am going to, as I said, take this opportunity to share it with our wider audience. So the ball's in your court. You can stay or go as your choice. But thanks so much for coming.
You have
Appreciate
an
you, man.
idea how long the read is?
3 minutes.
I got 3 minutes for you, bro.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. For those that are with us, I'm going to briefly share my screen again with the way that you can join this team. And right now, that's either through Reamus Muhammad, who is my sponsor, or me directly, Andrew Williams Jr. But we've decided this awesome intelligence team is a combination. And Remus taught me, or I'm learning how to duplicate what we do. As we develop special promotions for just this team, then we'll be able to share that with you as well. Shorter, I don't have the bandwidth right now to share with you, but I actually created a subscription plan for myself, and all I did was change the information, and now Remus can use that. You can take a look at it, and you can use it for whatever you want to. And the idea is that the more we can empower our team members, then the more we can actually ourselves grow our business as we go forward.
Understood.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna bring up this article. And oh, by the way, for those of you that aren't aware, you have the option of going to medium.com, and there you'll be able to write your own stories and have your own content. It's only shared with the members of Medium unless you decide to do what I do, which is basically I go there and produce content, and then I use that link to share it with a wider audience. That, in my case, it includes primarily LinkedIn and Facebook. Those are the two places where most of my social media is happening. So I do have that power, and each of you can too. What I'm building now, Remus, just to let you know, is a series of documents about the pre-launch that I've been sharing all along with the people that we've been involved with. But as you know, Remus, my own interest, because I'm not really a network marketing expert. I'm a novice at this. So my area of interest is in small business owners, and particularly in the hip hop field. As you may know, Shorter, I'm on the National Advisory Board for the Universal Hip Hop Museum, and they're scheduled to launch. Well, they've already broken ground in the Bronx, but the idea is to actually have a place on Earth where we can focus on what we do know as, I believe, the cutting edge culture of tomorrow. But many of those hip hoppers, they don't have the tools to take advantage of the AI system. So I'm going to share with you this article I just wrote today, and then
And
I'm
Andrew,
going to,
before you get into the article, let me just
yes,
add, if I may,
of
why I
course.
think that's so valuable for everybody moving forward. The support for small businesses in general. The fact that you've been, I know that prior to Lev AI and our involvement over the years, that you definitely are a major asset in those worlds already, small businesses. And I think that's going to be one of the biggest traction points because most of us don't have the $1 million or the $1 billion laying around to to be in quote unquote big business arenas, but definitely working from home, self-employed, ideas, nonprofits, for profits, out there making a difference in big ways. And growing into other bigger ways. I think that's really where those that are going to take the biggest traction are going to come from as far as the adoption of AI in general. So thank you for again, leading by example, now medium.com, for example. So I love that you have a spirit to share what you're doing. So you're leaving a trail behind you. And, anybody wants to duplicate it in their own way, go for it. But go ahead, bro. I appreciate you.
Well, the great news, Remus, and I may actually do this as well, share my subscriber page, because for as little as $7 per month, which is just, a tip of the iceberg, I'll answer any question about anything that anybody wants to do. But for our team, like I said, it only takes me 15 minutes or less to adapt something I do for my team. So it's like $7. Now, of course, if they decide they want to have it modified, well, that might be more. But I'm offering a commission just like ChatGPT, just like LEV AI does. So any income that is generated through my network, I'm happy to pay them as well. Now, can you see my screen now with open op-ed advertorial?
I can, yes.
Yep.
Okay, so this is medium.com. This is what I did earlier today. So for those that can't read this, I'm going to read it aloud. And it's since a 5-minute read, so I'll read fast.
I
But
can't,
the graphic here,
I can't help but think about one day soon you'll be reading it in English, but you can translate it just that quick into whatever language you want. But go ahead.
oh no, that'll be my twin avatar doing that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's
So
exactly what I'm talking about.
corner shops to global markets, how LEV AI can transform small businesses everywhere. Multilingual avatars, LEV AI twins, Hi Hola, just an example, can provide global market access. Of course, here in Los Angeles, where, as you know, Remus, starting in 1992 when the NAFTA shifted, the demographics changed. So now there are more Spanish-speaking clients in Los Angeles than there are English-speaking clients in a lot of niches. LEV AI will level that playing field. So even for solopreneurs, it'll allow them to be scalable now. Even for mom and pop shops, they'll be able to take payments that work for small businesses. We're saying that with LEV AI, they'll be able to take, um, well, in our case, it's PayPal, but there are other systems that are coming on board. So for decades, small businesses have carried communities. The neighborhood cafe, the tailor on the corner, the mom and pop grocery, the street vendor, the solopreneur with a digital dream. These enterprises are the heartbeat of local economies. Yet, in a world increasingly driven by technology, they've often been left behind. The most advanced AI platforms have been built for multinational corporations. Pricing, language access, and technical barriers put them far out of reach for everyday business owners. The result? Large companies scale globally, while small players fight to survive locally. But this is about to change. The pending global rollout of LEV AI represents not just another tech launch, it's a lifeline, an equalizer, and an opportunity for small businesses worldwide to step into the global stage. LEV AI is a multilingual global business network powered by artificial intelligence. Each enrollee receives a LEV AI twin, an AI avatar that speaks multiple languages, alongside tools for grant discovery, CRM, e-commerce, and marketing. By linking remittance senders and recipients, LEV AI transfers one-way transfers into income streams paid in US and Canadian dollars via PayPal, with crypto options coming soon. And then I share with our audience what you already have, our daily schedule. And this says there are 3 different meetings every day. We'll have to add the 4th. But right now, starting at 12 noon Eastern and 9 a.m. Pacific, the corporation has a meeting. At 11 a.m. and now 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, this particular team meets on a daily basis. And at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, you'll be able to have another corporate meeting. We've just added earlier today a decision that we're going to also provide an 11 p.m. Pacific call, which is 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Eastern. Yes. So The struggles of small businesses in globalized economy. Before exploring LEV AI's promise, let's be honest about the challenges. Number one, data gaps. Mainstream AI tools perform well in English, French, Spanish, or Mandarin. But for businesses serving in languages like Swahili, Creole, Tagalog, or Yoruba, the tools fall short. This leaves countless entrepreneurs in Africa, Asia, Latin America, and the Caribbean invisible in the digital marketplace. Two, cultural nuance. Even when translation exists, nuance gets lost. A bakery owner in Nairobi doesn't just want to translate bread into English, they want to convey tradition, hospitality, and culture. Current AI often misses this human touch. Three, cost barriers. Enterprise AI solutions can run into the thousands per month. For a sari shop in India, a food truck in the Dominican Republic, or a family run hardware store in Ghana, that cost is impossible. And finally, limited market access. Small businesses are rooted in their communities. While this is a strength, it also means they struggle to access larger international markets that could dramatically grow their income. Enter LEV AI, the global equalizer. The global rollout of LEV AI is designed with small businesses at its center. Instead of asking, how can we optimize big corporations? LEV AI asks, how can we empower the millions of small businesses that power the world? The answer lies in four innovations: multilingual avatars, global payment solutions, diaspora-backed networks, and AI-enabled business tools. Taking the first, LEV AI Twins. Every enrollee in LEV AI receives a multilingual AI avatar, a digital twin capable of presenting their products, services, or causes in multiple languages. A Jamaican cafe owner can promote daily specials in Creole for locals and English for visiting tourists. A Peruvian artisan can market handmade textiles in Spanish at home and English abroad, with avatars ensuring the cultural story behind the craft shines through. A Filipino solopreneur can live stream a product launch in Tagalog while simultaneously engaging English speaking diaspora buyers. This isn't just translation, it's amplification. LEV AI twins are megaphones for small businesses. Number two, global market access. Language is often the first barrier to global expansion. LEV AI removes that barrier entirely. Imagine a street vendor in Kenya using their LEV AI twin to pitch their products to potential customers in New York or London, or a Brazilian small business owner attracting French-speaking customers in West Africa. With LEV AI, the local suddenly becomes global. Number three, affordable, accessible, and scalable. Unlike enterprise AI systems that demand high fees, LEV AI operates as a subscription SaaS model designed for accessibility. What makes it even more unique is its diaspora enrollment structure. Diaspora family members in the US and Canada can enroll under their relative's account. This shared model subsidizes access, lowering costs for small businesses at home. In effect, families co-create business networks that are financially stable. This means a corner shop in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, or a tailor in Lagos, Nigeria, can access the same cutting-edge AI tools as a multinational in New York. Four, payments that work for businesses. Immediate PayPal payouts in US and Canadian dollars, providing stability and protecting against local inflation. Cryptocurrency options coming soon, reflecting Africa and Asia's rapid adoption of digital assets for cross-border trade. For small business, this isn't just convenience, it's survival. Stable, borderless income ensures hard work translates into real prosperity. Case studies, what this looks like. The Nairobi Bakery. With LEV AI, the owner uses an avatar to post bilingual ads on social media. Locals see Swahili content. Tourists see English. Sales rise 30% in 6 months. The Dominican Food Truck. Operating your cruise ship ports. The family runs promotion in Spanish for locals and English for international tourists. Orders increase from visiting customers who feel welcomed. The Indian Sari Shop. The business live streams sales in Hindi and English simultaneously. India diaspora buyers in Canada purchase online, creating a new revenue stream. The Filipino freelancer, a solopreneur in Manila, offers web design. With LEV AI, she markets in Tagalog to local SMEs and in English to U.S. startups, doubling her client base. Why this matters now? The stakes couldn't be higher. Small businesses employ more than 60% of the global workforce and contribute up to 40% in GDP in emerging markets. Yet they remain the most underserved in the digital revolution. LEV AI's global rollout is not just about giving tools to the privileged few. It's about democratizing technology so the world's smallest businesses can finally compete on equal terms. This is not a Western experiment, it's a global movement. And in conclusion, there is a call to action to every solopreneur, every family run shop, every mom and pop store struggling to compete. LEV AI was built for you. Enroll today. Gain your multilingual AI twin. Present your products to the world in every language that matters. Receive payments instantly. Step out of the shadows of the local market and into the light of global opportunity. Because the future of business doesn't belong only to the giants. With LEV AI, the future belongs to everyone. You can enroll here at getlev.ai/AI networks. And for those that are able to access this online, you can type in the address for the video that we showed earlier. In this particular case, I am the media contact, Andrew Williams Jr. I'm one of 30,000 global LEV AI brand ambassadors. You can reach me at andrew@andrewnetworks.com, Telegram +1 213-781-4256, or on Instagram at Ambassador AWJ. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this with you, and I'm going to turn it back over to our team to have any final thoughts or wrap-ups. Now's that time.
Good stuff.
Your
Let
three
me see.
minutes was up with me a long time ago, bro.
Hey, but I see you stuck around anyway, which is great. It's the compellingness of the good stuff.
Love you, bro. Love you, bro. Love you, bro. You got the overtime out of me, but I appreciate y'all's time. I think we were able to cover a lot of good points in here as far as the capability of being able to make some revenue and the capabilities and the opportunities to expand your business and your lifestyle with AI, especially with the way LEV AI is positioning itself to be affordable for the common man. So I like this meeting. It was very, very fruitful.
Well, Shorter, you made it fruitful, man. It would have been fruitful without you, but it wouldn't have been as fruitful. I promise you that, because
Thank you.
you represent those that are coming. So I appreciate you, man. We're all brand new to this, so your input is valuable tremendously.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, man. Thank you. And yeah, we all are content some kind of way. So we all are content. You know, you're content, I'm content, LEVI's content, you know, as a planet pulling best practices, we all are content. That was brilliant, Andrew, what you put there in motion. Yeah, Van Jones and John Bryan, and a lot of folks need to adapt some of that verbiage. Um, yeah. So definitely, man, it's powerful. Everything you were
Well,
saying.
that's a wrap, and we invite our audience to join us again this evening for the corporate meeting at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern, but also 11 p.m. tonight for this team again, and we'll be streaming worldwide to reach the Asian community. When we do these events early in the day, we're able to reach the African community, but we also need to reach the Asian community because India is a very big part of this whole rollout. So thank everyone for attending. Unless there's any other final thoughts, I'm going to wrap this up and move on down the road.
Wow, that's it, man. Good stuff. See you a
Appreciate
little
your
bit later.
time, fellas.
Appreciate you.
Y'all take care.
All right, you
All
too
right,
now.
thank you so much. I'm good.